After the 10-game experiment in Houston didn't work out for Carmelo Anthony last year, many feared this was it. His career would fizzle out while he continued posting workout videos, desperately trying to convince people he could still play in the NBA. Well, all it took was a surprisingly slow start for a Portland team that had just made the conference finals, and all it took for Melo to have a good shooting night and score 25 points was to play the Chicago Bulls. If you haven't seen my video on Zach LaVine's performance, check it out. It might explain why Chicago is struggling so much this season. But this is a man's league, and you gotta take advantage every opportunity you get. So let's look at how Melo operated in the Blazers offense last night to see how he shook free for all 20 of his shots. I think Melo is still learning the offense because this screen just looks funky and random to me. Plus, he ends up hanging in the lane for over 5 seconds. But I like how he faces up on the catch. Nice looking spin move gets him some space, but he doesn't get enough lift and Lauri Markkanen sends it away. On the scramble after the hood rebound over LaVine, Markkanen seems like he's doing a good job to find Melo again, only he still seems surprised when the pass gets kicked out for a wide open three-pointer. And this is why the Blazers signed him. More evidence Melo is still struggling to figure out where to be in this offense as he creeps up to set a ball screen, but this isn't supposed to happen, as Dame is trying to run their usual pin down to CJ, who would normally hand it right back to Dame. This blows up the whole set. The clock is almost up, so he has no choice but to toss up this contested long three into a brick. Melo has a lot of habits born out of a different era of basketball, like this one where he wanders down to the low block. But once he sees the pick and roll set, he backs up to the corner, and he then takes advantage of the loose ball after the block to show some spring in the old legs, takes the contact, hangs in the air, then puts it in off the glass. Nice. In transition, it's not a bad idea to see if Melo can get some really deep post position, this time sneaking in behind LaVine, perfect pass from Dame, and the help can't get there in time to prevent the layup. Melo got the memo this time and got himself in that weak side corner early. Here's the defensive rotation. Markkanen is the lowest guy on the weak side, so he's responsible for the roll man, while Satoransky should split the difference between the corner and the wing. With this long of a skip pass, Markkanen has time to get out there, but follow me as we step back in time to an era where players used to do something called a shot fake one dribble pull-up. Melo gave us a glimpse of how he used to attack in his prime, bringing the ball up the court and getting a step-up screen. It got him the switch of Markkanen back onto him, and this off-the-dribble, heavily contested long two has got to make the analytics team cringe. While it might be tough for him to just stand there in the corner waiting like this, it's really his best role in the offense. This spread pick and roll action forces Melo's man to rotate over, and Kobe White was supposed to split the difference between the two weak side players, then close out to wherever the pass went. Another skip pass finds him plenty of room despite the off-target pass, and that's an easy triple. The Blazers might have had to simplify their offense for Melo, as here's a basic zipper cut, then post feed with Melo camped out in that weak side corner. Nice decision by Whiteside, but poor execution with a low pass delays the release by crucial milliseconds, and it just misses tickling the twine. Something seems a little funky with this set too, as he has to be told to go screen down for Bazemore, and this pin down while the high ball screen is being set seems a little strange since it keeps his man in perfect help position. To top it off, look where he ends up catching this and how open he is. This absolutely positively has got to be a three-point shot every single time. If you don't believe me, then here's the same play, and he's clearly learning on the fly. Backing up to the three-point line this time, his man helps, and it's a wide open three-pointer that he drops straight through the net. Not only does Melo have to fit in on the court, but he has to be a good locker room presence. And the best way to see how that's working is by going to the actual games. And that's where SeatGeek comes in. Download SeatGeek now to your phone, and you'll get the best tickets for any sporting event, concert, or the theater. With just a few taps, you'll be able to see what seats are available, the prices are graded to let you know if you're getting a great deal, they've got seating charts and viewpoints from each seat, and best of all, if you use my code BBALL, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. So use the SeatGeek app, save $20 off your first purchase, and get great seats so you can see how the Blazers are making Melo feel comfortable by running a set that gets him a cross screen for a post-up on that right block. But this is the part of his game that should probably be retired. The stagnant multi-jab step face-up contested 16-footer just isn't the best use of his skills. Get him spread out on the wing, force the rotation off the dive by Whiteside, and then let him spot up. His broad shoulders are still good for creating separation, and this wide-open 14-footer off the dribble is still viable for him. Okay, people, we're moving and we're stopped. Stay in line as we enter the extinct shots wing of the Basketball Museum. Here, you'll see Carmelo Anthony do what we used to call show and go. One dribble, a quick left-right in the direction of the hoop. I know, can you believe he didn't sidestep and stay behind the line? And he not only hits the 16-footer, but gets an and one. Let's keep moving, people. Lots to see in this museum. In a sign that he's from an era gone by, off the steal, he actually shoots a half-court shot before the buzzer sounds. Doesn't he know kids today wait till after the buzzer to make it seem like they're trying, but also protecting their field goal percentage? Here's where they should be using him a lot more, in the pick and pop. But by setting it near the elbow, it's another long two that bricks. They've got to get him behind that line, folks. However, they turn this action into a post-up with a mismatch, and this is where I almost spit out my drink. Having seen him get more and more earthbound the last few seasons, I was shocked I tell you, to see him rise up off 2 feet and just smosh this over the help defense. Again, he might not like it, but the best use of his abilities in the offense is as a spot-up guy with gravity. The nice backdoor cut by Bazemore collapses the defense. Nice extra pass gets Melo another wide-open shot, and he just buries it to end the game early. The Bulls do a nice scram switch to get rid of the mismatch in the post after another elbow ball screen by Melo, and he catches Carter out of position on the shot, but can't hit it. But there's Labissiere cleaning up his own mismatch down low. And like we said before, the multi-jab step, multi-dribble, face-up, contested mid-range post-up thing has got to go. If he keeps it up, Coach Stotts will have to have a serious talk with him. But in the end, it was a blowout against a struggling team. And perhaps this will catapult Melo into being a productive role player. Obviously, his best days are behind him. But if the coaching staff can help sculpt his game into just the best parts that can help, then we might see some more high-scoring outbursts. The problem is, we've never really seen Melo accept these types of changes to his game and his mindset. And it could be a long season for the Blazers, and a short one for Melo if he doesn't. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to B-Ball Breakdown so you can get alerted right away when we drop a new video. This season will be filled with incredible content, so don't miss it. You in?